And there we go. All right, so let's jump right back in here. Right. Sorry about that, having some pet issues. Fucking cat's like standing right next to me, yakking away. It's always disgusting too, because it's got that like guttural acoustic sound. It almost sounds like somebody's hammering on wood in the distance. That kind of percussion noise, and I look over and he's gross. I probably could have just left it there until I was done with the stream, and I was fuck it. Just he'll go ahead and clean it up. This is actually my favorite part of Act 2.
You may not pass.
I have heard of your many deeds of...
The palace.
Hello.
What the... Oh, I gotta talk to Trogdon first.
I've been
And it's onward to the arcane sanctuary.
Good day. When the trouble...
Where women of low repute are going to be attacking me in droves in narrow passageways. The sanctuary. I remember back in the day, that was like the place to level up. That and the frigid highlands, frigid first area of Act 5. Yeah, the arcane sanctuary used to be like the place to do it, to level up. I used to get some decent drops there, especially gems and runes and whatnot. But I'm pretty sure it got nerfed over the years, because it just doesn't seem like it has the same effect like it did. Oh man, my Merc died. It's like, wait a minute here, we're down a man. I don't know when the hell that happened.
Need some help?
Gotta have the Merc. He does some pretty good damage. I mean, he outclasses all of my skeletons. I don't think it's the harem. The harem's not the place that has the waypoint, is it? I don't remember if it is or not. I think after all those years of playing, I'd remember shit like that, but I always forget. This fucking bastard's dying again. What are you doing? Fuck it, died again. Jesus Christ, I'm not gonna go back. Just getting crushed. I honestly think it's probably due to the whatchamacallit, their resistances. Oh, it is Palace, Palace Cellars. Actually has a waypoint. It'll be down here. So when we actually find the waypoint, I'll go back up to town and resurrect that fool. If he's dying this quick now, it's kind of a bad sign. Although there it is. Pretty sure I'm going to need to, whatchamacallit, put some better gear on him.
Yes, citizen.
Yes, citizen. And luckily, the way down is right here. I always feel like the waypoint here in the palace cellar is kind of a pain in the ass to find sometimes. It's always like obfuscated by some room that you can't get into. Like you could see it, but you just can't get to it because you got to find the correct passageway to get to. I just heard a ring drop. Okay, so we're just looking for the middle portion of the map. That's where the portal is. See if you can see, like, look at my marker. He's just mowing them down. Like, if I can only get him to do that in all the other circumstances, instead of, like, being trapped by all my skeletons, you're just kind of holding back. There he is. Getting in there, doing that damage. Yeah, buddy. No, not yet. But although I'm gonna have to do a little shopping there then. Sit here and kite a little bit. Yeah, I think from here on out I'm gonna improve my bone armor a little bit. Because that damage resistance is gonna definitely be needed in time. See, look at this shit. They're just piling up there in the doorway. It's ridiculous. Like, it'd be nice if I could actually, like, bind a key to actually have them, like, you know, if I set, like, a little flag here or something like that, and they all go to that location. Looks like we've just got some Saigons. Pretty sure I have that entire set on another character, along with a couple extra pieces. See, I'm gonna end up having to go all the way around to get to the center. It's like a rat trap. I think isn't Enigma the a ladder only rune word? I think it is. Pretty sure it is. Besides, like, I don't know, when it comes to some of the other, like, what is it, Breath of the Dying? Breath of the Dying would just suck for us anyways. I mean, because we're playing hardcore, but Enigma and some of the other things that, you know, for doing the current meta builds. It's not my thing, man. Yeah. We're not playing ladder anymore. I started this character off as a ladder character, but for whatever reason, I think it was Blizzard, whatchamacallit, merged the Asian servers, and I think when they did that, they actually did a server reset, like, straight up. Because I noticed that right after it happened, my character was no longer flagged as being a ladder character. And I know I started, like, after the current ladder season started. So no Enigma for me during this playthrough. Besides, we don't even have the roots for it anyways, even if I did want to build it. See if I can only get my rest of my minions in here. Come on. Don't think I'm gonna be able to fit that in my inventory. It's fine. I don't really care.
This is fantastic. I wish I had time to study this bizarre dimension.
Excellent. Yes?
Good evening.
It's actually not too shabby. I don't even think I have room. I don't even have room for it. I should just throw away these gems. Yep. I'm at that point where I need to transfer some more shit. So I think I'll just keep it in my inventory now. It's not like I'm planning on finding a bunch of stuff. Although I say that, and then all of a sudden I'm getting those mad unique drops. So when it comes to doing the Arcane Sanctuary, you have like every path, every cardinal direction has its own like version. So you get the ones with the teleporters, you get the ones over here to the west where it's just a bunch of staircases. Then you get one like this where it's like where it's just winding narrow passageways, and then you get this other area where it's just nice and easy, real straightforward. We're gonna go that way, see if we can't get lucky. If I can skip through going through all the staircases and the winding paths, it's just going to make life a lot easier when it comes to doing this. If it's not here, then we're absolutely going to try the teleporter section next. It's another area that actually really sucks for this build, but I mean, it is what it is, I suppose. I feel about that. I'm gonna get fucked up with this sticker. Like teleport charges and whatnot. Actually, there's that one axe that did it. Spell Steel. That's another. That's a unique item that actually has teleport on it. I don't know. I'm gonna try to stay away from the current meta. I just think it's kind of boring. Like, everybody does the same build just over and over and over again. I know that my build here isn't exactly unique by any means, but I don't know. Everybody's playing like hammered ins or some version of a sorceress, as is always the par for the course. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, when it comes to like a potential remaster of this game, I'm really hoping that Blizzard does right by the game and actually mixes the meta up and maybe continues to work on it. So that way it's just not the same rote builds every single time. It would be nice to finish Act 2 before I have to get off and get up on out of here. Let's see how lucky we get here with the sanctuary. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I don't know. This might take a while. Hoping it doesn't. Really hoping we get through this shit. I used to like coming here. So should I do summon resist or should I actually put another point into bone armor? I think I should probably do summon resist. Also, I should probably maybe be thinking about maxing out just the actual skeleton skill itself, not just the mastery. The mastery's already done. I think maybe that's what I should be doing, is maxing out the raised skeleton. So I can have some uber skellies. I think that's what we're gonna do. Max that shite. Although I do need to think about pumping up summon resist quite a bit, because when it comes to hell, like, I really don't want to have to keep resummoning skeletons because they keep dying. That just sucks. There's another area that corpse explosion would be really hella good right now. Just blast all these fools. I am currently 47. I'm probably way overpowered for where I'm at in the game right now, but I took my time. Besides, you know how it is when you're out there trying to find new gear and whatnot, just inadvertently start gaining levels. Got no complaints from you there. for your summoner? How'd that work out for you? I think we found him. I think this is the little platform over here with the summoner. I think we did get lucky. I think so. Oh, yeah, there he is. Fabulous. Unfortunately, all my skeletons are going to sit here and get messed up because of these ghoul lords. Like, this guy is just gonna keep throwing these cold-based skills at us, and I don't exactly have my cold resistances maxed out yet. So I gotta be careful here. Crushed. So it is going to be the triangle. Alright, so in order to save myself from a little bit of embarrassment, let's go ahead and pick up the staff.
It is an honor to serve you.
Put all these gems in here. Alright, let's see how my army fares against Duriel. It'll be interesting to watch this. I have that dubious feeling like I'm gonna end up having to teleport out of there just to get some more skeletons to go back in there and chip away at his health. I'll have to find out whether or not this is going to be actually viable these days with this build in hell. I don't know, we'll see. It might be the type of thing where I'm just going to end up having to play a couple public games and getting some other people in there to help out. Because I know that skeletal mages, they only have so much longevity before they're just useless. Especially the ones that fling poison and cold spells, I mean, which is pretty much all they do. I don't know, I guess I'll just have to cross that bridge when I get that. Yeah, likewise. So we're just looking for the triangle. So for those that don't know or haven't played this game, if you see the symbol here on these like little pillars, we're looking for the one that actually has the triangle, because that is the false temple, which is the correct temple that we need to go into. And the area kind of looks like the Halls of the Dead. Be nice, quick, and easy. Although before we actually go in, I'm going to need to replace a couple of my mages here. And while I don't really want to dick around with this area too much, I would like to clean it up a little bit, in case I do actually need to come out here and score a couple of corpses. And when it comes to like some of these Unraveler guys, the ones that actually raise the skeletons themselves, that's where corpse explosion really shines through too. They can just sit there and bombard all of his corpses. You don't have to worry about all of your skeletons trying to fight through their armies of the dead. Like this. Come on. You know, I only pump one point into amplify damage. Because I feel like when you get into the later game and you start getting in your plus to skills gear, it kind of like negates having to pump it up. I don't know, I feel like it's a waste of skill points when you build up your amplify damage. I find it to be kind of unnecessary. And I understand what you mean about like duration and area effect, but it just doesn't really cost much as is, so I don't really mind just, you know, having to spam cast it. Sure. So I've only put 1 point into Clay Golem and Golem Mastery, a couple points into Summon Resist, a couple into Skeleton Mage. I maxed out Skeleton Mastery, trying to max out Ray Skeleton here. Got a few points into Bone Armor and just the 1 point into Amp Damage. As far as my gear goes, I've got Karen Shard, Worm Skull, just a plain Jane blue MF amulet, some pretty shitty rare armor, but it's probably the best that I can get my hands on at the moment. I've got a Mosers with 2 P diamonds, some MF boots, some rare MF gloves, a Nagel ring, plain Jane blue MF ring, and Night Smoke. You know, I could, if I really wanted to, you know, spend a little bit more time actually going out there to try to find better gear, which I've done. I mean, obviously, I mean, I could be doing a little bit more and trying to actually get better armor and a better belt and whatnot. But I think it was a little bit more prudent to actually progress in the story a little bit. Besides, if I'm going to want to find better gear, I need to get into the upper axe. One of those games where I end up having to explore the entire area before I get to the correct place. 'Cause that's how we roll here, I guess. I always get bamboozled. Oh, something there was frucking us up a little bit. See, this is another time I really wish I could I had like a flag or something, you know, like I could flag this area where all of my peons would go to. They'd come over here first and then start attacking. The AI pathing is just garbage. They get stuck on some of the dumbest shit and they just sit there. And you can't do anything until you actually move and get them in position. Or they just magically teleport to your location. And like I was saying earlier, I guess the one consolation is that, you know, if you have available corpses, you could always resummon them. So it's like if you have a skeletal mage that's like way out of position and sitting in some little narrow passageway that's in front where your melee skeletons can't get in there, well, you know, if you have an available corpse, you can just summon a new one. That always works. I just hate doing it because, you know, if your skeletons just continually die and you need to resurrect them, it's just you're wasting corpses. I guess when it comes to that sort of thing, I just take more of a hoarder approach. Try to leave the corpses on the ground until you actually need them. Like for right now is a really good example. We have this block doorway here. So the best way to do this is just summon new skeletons. I don't have teleport, man. I'm not playing ladder, so I don't have any of the rune words. Besides, this is only a nightmare. I don't have the runes to make enigmas and anything else. Anyways, there are a couple of uniques out there that actually give you whatchamacallit, teleport, like spell steal. But I'm not gonna fucking equip that shit. Garbage. I understand what you mean, though. You're right. Teleporting to the area you want, and then of course all your minions, they teleport with you, like right around you. But if you're not careful, that could be really dangerous. I mean, that could be potentially game-ending there. Because then you teleport into a mob, and then you just get blasted. Because, you know, the enemies just somehow focus on you right then and there. I think there's another unique out there that gives you teleport too. It's not just spell steal. There's something else, I think, if I remember right. Nice. It's always great to actually have a couple of enemies here. Because before you go face burial, I'm gonna go ahead and plop my town portal scroll here. See if we can do it. It's always a dicey proposition to fight this guy. Not doing too bad here, actually. It'll be slow going. Oh, there's one skeleton down. What I really like it is when he focuses on my golem, or even my mercenary, because I could just sit there and heal him. But the golem is the best because I can easily resurrect it. Alright, there's another one down. Or like these bugs here, it'd be really nice if I could just, you know, walk over them and smash one and then resurrect a skeleton from it. That'd be great. Interactable environments. That'd be pretty meta, I do have to say. Okay, so it looks like he is actually focusing on my golem there. And of course, you know, for those that don't know, you want to, unless you're playing a melee character, you really want to stay back away from Daryl because he automatically freezes you, which sucks. And we didn't get shit. I think I'll try to take this balanced axe here. I think that's a throwing axe. Still try to collect those for a throw barbarian whenever I get around to playing it. So just for the interest of me not doing this before in normal,
Greetings.
I'm gonna let Tyrael talk here.
I thank you for my freedom, but I did expect you earlier. I am the Archangel Tyrael. I came here to prevent Diablo from freeing his brother Baal, but I have failed. Now terror and destruction roam free throughout your world. Even now, they head towards the eastern capital of Kurast, to the very heart of the Zakarum Temple. There they hope to find their eldest brother, Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred, who was imprisoned there ages ago. If the three prime evils unite, they will be invincible. Though it is unclear as to what their aims are, it is certain that they must be stopped at all costs. I am broken, and the energies that tie me to this world are diminishing rapidly. You must take up this quest and prevent the three brothers from reuniting. You must cross the sea and search for Diablo and Baal in Kurast. Now, hurry, mortal. Time is running out for all of us.
The Archangel Tyrael.
Yeah, I don't care.
Hello.
This is.
Let's just get into Act 3. Meh. Fire Mastery? Garbage.
Good evening. I'm sorry.
So I think we got a little bit of time to actually go into
Good
screw
evening.
around in Act 3 a
You
little
have
bit.
done very-
Again, we might get lucky. You know, it'll always be like that first or second enemy you end up killing. Then you find the Jade figurine, so you can complete that quest. I do have to say, too, I'm really disappointed that Blizzard took out all the cutscenes, all the story cutscenes in between the acts.
Gerentel.
I don't know why they did that.
Good evening.
Greetings. Welcome to Kurast.
Welcome to Kurast, traveler. Alright, so let's just jump right in here.
Good to spot.
I guess I'll just be on waypoint hunting duty here, just for a little while. We're gonna wait for this asshole to go away, because he always spawns in a couple of the monsters, so I can replenish my skeletons. This is the tedious part, trying to navigate through this area. Because my luck is always like, you know, the waypoint will be in some really obscure location that you had to go way out of your way to go find. And of course it's a complete dead end, and then you gotta backtrack. And then you get one of those games where the RNG just isn't working in your favor, and the crossroads is like this, between like 3 different new destinations is all linked by one area, and it's got this really convoluted pathing scheme. Although I suppose that could work out to your benefit at some point, because at least you know where it's at, you know where you need to go. Excuse me. But if you're like me, who wants to get all the waypoints and all the other good stuff, it just makes it tedious. Oh yeah, look at that shit.
A worthless statue.
A worthless statue. Not so worthless when I turn that shit in, huh? That would be nice to find the Gid bin. Just get rid of that quest like right away. One of those bastards has Holy Freeze. We need a healing potion. You know, even despite being level 47, we're still gaining some pretty good experience here. Which is pretty surprising. Thought that my experience gain was going to be stymied quite a bit. But apparently it isn't. So I will not complain. It's just an observation. Very fortuitous. Yeah, I think I got a couple more minutes left in me. Hoping to continue on with our luck streak here and get the waypoint. Waypoint plus Gid bin. So I don't have to worry about doing that shit later. Actually, if I had more time, I would just say screw it and play all the way until I got through the jungles. Until I made it to the bazaar and lower Colossus and whatnot. But it just ain't meant to be today. It'll have to wait. Not entirely sure what I'm going to do about gear later on. Would be nice to actually find some of the Talrasha set, because that gives you some pretty damn good resistances later on. And as far as my weapon goes, I think I'm going to end up keeping Karen Shard for an awful long time. It just jives so well with this build. And I'm pretty sure the only rune word that you can make a wand with is, what is it, white? But I don't remember if that actually gives you plus to skills or anything. I'll have to double check on that. I probably would make one, actually, if I found a superior wand of the correct variety. Meaning one that actually has some really good modifiers on it. See what time it is. Yeah, I think I got about another 10 or 15 minutes, give or take. Since we have a whole bunch of people here watching, I'll say it again. I'm going to be going out of town here for the second half of the end of the year holidays. So there's going to be a little lapse in content for just a couple of days. Just to give you guys a heads up. For some of my regular viewers out there, they're like, hey man, what the hell? You're not producing any new videos. Because life happens. And I have to go out of town. Some people just don't understand, or they just don't care. It's funny, I didn't put out any videos during Christmas Eve or Christmas, you know, because it's, well, it's Christmas. And you always have that one asshole that's like, fuck this guy, I'm not gonna subscribe to his channel anymore because he didn't produce any content on Christmas. whatever, dude. There are people out there that are like that. I can't believe it. Like, if you're not producing content for them to watch for their own leisure and convenience, like, on a daily basis, they just give you the big middle finger and be like, well, sorry, not worth my subscription. Yeah, buddy. Alright, I think maybe that's where I'll call it. So I'm outie. I've got some stuff to do. I think I'll probably be back on, like, the... either... sometime on the 2nd of January, 2018, of course. Or sometime late on the 1st. And then I'll be back doing some more streams for your guys' entertainment. So we can continue on and conquer some more of Nightmare. Hopefully work our way onto Hell sometime relatively soon. So I'll see you guys in a few days. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll catch you guys later.